to my channel. My name is Lisa, and I have a confession. I appear to have a problem with trims. I have a bunch of them, and a bunch of ribbons, which I can't show you. There's in a huge box, and a couple other boxes of trim. I just have a lot. So I decided to do a project with trims. So this is what I made, and it is on a like a cardstock. It is a simple woven kind of thing. I made it for my monster at the end of this book. How fun is it? I love it. So I'm going to make another one, and I'm going to make it as a topper. This would not be a great topper because obviously I don't want to cover this up, but I'm thinking it would be a fun item to put on a page to make as a like side tuck pocket with the texture and everything. I mean, this would probably go most anywhere in this book. I love it. I love it. I love it. So I'll probably put this in here somewhere. Probably right there. It's just so much fun. But yeah, so that's what I'm going to show you what I'm going to make. So I'm going to start out with this. This is a 4x6 piece of cardstock, and it's thicker and heavier. Got a little bit of glue on it. Came out of a book. I'm going to make it for a topper for that fall journal, and I thought that would be a great size for it. So I have pulled out a whole bunch of ribbon that would go with this topper. I have this, which I'm thinking in the end I'm actually gonna put on the top as a like a header. So I'm gonna save that piece to the end. I did not do that with this one. I was thinking about it to find something to put on here, but I haven't looked very hard yet for it. But there's probably, I'm sure in that pile there's something I could put as a topper. So let me get this out of the way because I don't want to get glue on that, and we'll go from here. So what I did on my monster one is I just put some glue across the top, and I laid this ribbon going down this way, and I think I'm going to do the same. That worked out okay, but I'm going to do it a little bit different on the side. So I'm going to do that. I'll put that across there. I'm going to close this because it oozes so crazily. The top won't have to worry about what it looks like because this will eventually cover it. But for now, we're just going to put the pieces, and then I'm going to go back and cut it. I am going to start with something, and I am not going to start, oops, get over. I'm not going to start all the way at the end. Oh my gosh, pick it up. Because I want to have room to glue something in there. So I'm going to do that. And just randomly picking stuff, and I'm going to put this. I'm putting them close together, but not like overlapping each other at all. Giving them enough room to breathe, as they say, between the ones. And this feels like it has some sort of wire in there. And I don't think I want wire in there. So I might not use this. If I can get this wire out, I will, but that's like a piece of plastic. Is there one on the other side? There is. That's weird. I didn't think I found any trims like that before. Okay. Yeah, that's much softer now and pliable. I cut it a little long, but I'll get those out of the way. All right, so how about a little red gingham and brown? I don't think I put any brown in there yet. Let's put a little brown. And finish it with another green maybe. But there's another lace. Okay, let's finish it with orange. And there we go. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut these just below where the card is, so I have something to grab onto when I'm doing that one's long enough. When I'm doing the I don't know what I call braiding. I don't know what you want to call it. Weaving? What do you call that? Okay. All right, so I left enough room over here to be able to start weaving back, and I am seeing if I could start with something I didn't use yet, which I did not use. What have I not used? Oh, this one. It's not mandatory, but I figured I'd start with something a little bit different. But then I'm also thinking, if this is going to go on the top, yeah, this would probably be a good color to do next, just to offset it a little. All right, so this is where it got a little tricky for me, because I didn't want to put glue all the way down like I did the top, because stuff got in the way. So I just wanted to put a little bit of glue on there to do the one, or maybe two, put two down, but not any more than that. All right, I also have this ribbon. I think I might use that, but not next because it's green on green. So why don't we use this one? Yeah, we'll do that next. Okay, I think that I wanted to pause a minute for let that kind of stick a little. All right, so weaving over and out, over and out. I think I'll start over just because it's the beginning here. I do have this stick with a needle. I did use it later on, but at the beginning it's easy enough to flip a whole piece up and do that. But if you want to use some sort of stick, you can pull the trims over and under. Now I learned that I kind of fluffed as I went. I didn't glue that side, but I did cut it off just to, because I might use that piece again farther on. It's hard to say what we're gonna do. All right. Now, using bigger pieces like this definitely makes it go faster also. Oh, let's use this one because I haven't used it yet. It makes it go a little faster, which is not a bad thing. If you use thinner stuff, it does take a little bit longer. Now, if you wanted to make a little tag or something, you could make one smaller. Nothing wrong with that. I did have them hanging off a little bit also, just to give a little bit of texture to it. You can see probably better from this side. I do have them hanging off a little bit. Went back and cut it, but not all the way down to the card. Yeah, just to give it a little fluff. So if you cut it with a little fluff to start, it's okay. Now I was thinking about doing this one next, just because it's a little bit smaller. I think I need a little bit more glue. You're going to cut there, and you're going to get cut there. Okay, so with weaving, if you've never done weaving before, which I think most people have, but just in case, since this went over the orange, now the second one has to go under the orange, so I need to pull that over. And since this goes over, this one needs to go under. So we just do every other one. So now this one goes over. Under and over and under and over, and this one pulled out. It definitely got easier as I was going because the items lock themselves down. But if you feel like it's a little unruly, you can throw a little bit of glue on top of the last one and glue it down so it stays. And if you wanted to throw a little bit of glue under that one so that it stayed, it's not the worst thing in the world to do. Okay. All right, so now for the third one, the red gingham. All right, so this one orange went over So orange went over, so now the orange needs to go under. And over. There we go. Now I have seen people that, you know, do this weaving kind of thing with regular stuff, and they've got it like on a pin board, and they pin the ends down to make it easier. If you want to do that, by all means, do that. But it's pretty small. I think it's pretty handleable, and if stuff gets a little unruly, it's pretty easy to restraighten it out. Yeah. Okay. So now, like I said, we're going to probably have to start duplicating things and using something more than once. So I'm going to do the orange rickrack next. And I'm going to put a little bit of this green one next. And we'll trim it and trim it, and we're going to reglue it down. I am using Fabri-Tac. I'm not sure if I said that. I don't think our glitter glue would work. Fabri-Tac works great with trims. It makes it a lot easier to work with. It is not a totally like instantaneous glue. The things can shift a bit, so if that could be an issue. But usually, if you give it a second to go, it'll be fine. All right, so what I think I'm going to do, because this is the same old weave, is I'm going to keep recording it, but I'm going to speed it up when I do the edit portion of it and come back when I'm done, because it's going to take a few minutes. And yeah, we're just going to speed through it. Okay, now this last piece was bigger than I probably would have wanted it to be, but I wanted to finish it. So it is longer, so I'll probably just end up trimming it as if it was still on that card. And the last thing I want to do is add this trim to the top where I started, just to add some fun. But I think I'm going to, before I do that, I'm going to trim the top, get these little pieces of fuzz off the top. And I think I need to sharpen these scissors, because they are not catching these little trims as well as I would like. All right, give it a little haircut, as they say. All right, so I'm gonna glue across the top here. There we go. All right, so we're gonna glue this down Check the other side, make sure it's not sticking over the top. That's good. And go ahead and trim it a little wider, because I do have it sticking out this side. Yeah, that's cute. All right, so let's go ahead and sort of trim these edges. Again, I'm not trimming it all the way down to the card, but just enough to kind of even them out. All right. Not a very good trim on this. There we are. Okay. I think I have everything pretty well glued down. Yeah, I like it. Now where'd my journal go? There it is. All right, to the top. So yeah, so glue that as the top and add stuff later. I think so. And since my glue is oozing, I'm just going to go ahead and do it. Throwing caution to the wind, as they say. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed this topper. It's not completely done. I still have to figure out what I want to put on here. Some sort of die cuts, or a bird, or some cut out leaves, or who knows, maybe I'll keep it just like it is. Add a little label that says autumn or something, and call it a day. And a lid for this. All right, I'm gonna put it a little bit skewed higher than centered. So tactile, so fun to touch. I love it. Still see the pretty fabric, but I like it. It's definitely busy, but I think it's fun. I think, like I said, if I put some sort of label or something on there, it says the word autumn, something like that. Yeah, I like it. I mean, I could have definitely added some sort of, you know, if it feel like it's too competing, I can always go through and add a little bit of something on the top of it, but I like it. Yeah, I like it. Okay, I think we're going to call this one done, and this one. Talk about two different kinds of styles with two different kind of colors, right? Fun. Okay, well, that is going to be it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you got some ideas to maybe make some sort of journal cards or journal toppers with trims you've got laying around. It can be a little gluey messy, but in the end, I think it's worth it. Okay, that's going to be it for me for today. Thanks so much for stopping by, and as usual, I hope you all have a wonderful and creative day. Bye for now.